You have no choice but to keep going. Aren't you tired of being stuck? Aren't you tired of repeating the same patterns? Aren't you tired of going through the same cycle over and over and over again? You hit the same wall every single time. You run into the same person every single time. You run into the same situation time and time again. And then you give up. And then you want to curl up into the ball. You just want to wish it would go away. You want to avoid it. You don't want to actually address what's keeping you in the cycle in order for you to break it. Everything comes down to you at the end of the day. You have to have that end goal, that vision, that big thing that you're going to keep chasing pretty much for the rest of your life. You have to have a life of intention and purpose. If you don't have that, that's why you stay stuck at that wall that you hit every single time. That's why you stay in that cycle every single time. You won't grow. You won't progress. You won't meet the right people. You won't align yourself with the right people. You can't change your environment because you keep repeating the same things over and over and over again and react the same way every single time. But you expect a different result. It's not going to happen. It always falls back on you because you refuse to address the thing that keeps you in the loop. Sometimes you got to do that deep dive on something so specific that you didn't even think about. But it starts with wanting it in the first place and having something you're chasing after so big that you will not stop, even when it hurts, even when you're tired, even when you want to give up. You will still keep going because it is more worth it to break the cycle, to get out of your environment, to change the type of people that keep coming into your life. If you don't, and you just want to find someone in general, you just want to make enough money, you just want to lessen the pain, instead of totally eliminate all these things, they're going to keep coming up. You see it because you know you're going through it. I know I'm speaking to somebody here. I know I'm speaking to that person who's worried about money, who's tired of being broken up with in relationships, who's tired of finding the same person every single time they start dating and looking for somebody and wanting to commit. They're tired and struggling, going to the same type of job, having the same type of boss, and react the same way to every given circumstance and refuse to address it. It's your life, your decisions, your choices that have put you here. Yes, there are things from your past that were out of your control. But now you're in your 20s, you're in your 30s, you're in your 40s, you're in your 50s. It is no longer anybody else's fault. You are free to make choices, which will lead you to commit to a decision. But if you don't fully commit to a decision, meaning you get to the point that you want it so bad that nothing will get in the way and you will push anybody, anything out of the way to keep going towards that thing, you're never going to get there. You're never going to break the cycle. It's never going to end. The pain is going to come and it's going to feel the same every single time, and sometimes worse, because you know you're repeating it. You know what you've gone through, you know what you experienced, and you know how it's going to end. Yet you still put yourself through it every single time. Why? You refuse to get to the root of the problem. You might not know how to get to the root of the problem, but it starts by looking inward, looking in the mirror, looking at yourself and saying, you know what? I want this so bad. I don't care what I have to go through in the short term. I'm going to get there. Make that decision today.